Hi there, my magical star beings. This is Psychic Siren Tarot, and welcome back to the channel. In today's reading, we're going to be taking a look at their thoughts of you late at night. So, getting started with your pile selection, we have 3 piles to choose from. For pile number 1, we have the crystal purple agate with the sacred Sisterhood tarot. For pile number 2, we have Chrysocolla with the Waite tarot. And for pile number 3, we have Lemon Chrysoprase with the Light Seers tarot. So pick whichever pile you're most drawn to based on your intuition. And if you're struggling to pick a pile, I have added zodiac signs here to help you pick a pile. So I got this idea from one of my lovely subscribers to kind of like use zodiac signs or initials or birth months to kind of help you pick a pile. So for pile number 1, I've channeled Taurus, Sagittarius, Aries, Leo, and Capricorn. For pile number 2, I've channeled Libra, Virgo, Leo, Gemini, and Aquarius. And for pile 3, I have channeled Scorpio, Capricorn, Pisces, Cancer. You can pick based on your zodiac sign or the person's zodiac sign, like I said, if you're struggling to pick a pile. So I'm going to give you a few seconds to pick a pile. Sorry that these keep coming up. So once you're done picking a pile, please find the timestamps for your pile in the description box below, and then I'll see you at your reading. Hi there, my pile number 1s. If you chose this purple agate crystal and the Sacred Sisterhood tarot, then this is your reading. We're going to be taking a look at their thoughts of you late at night for the person on your mind. So please be aware that this is a general reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. Keep your person in mind while I shuffle your cards. And if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, then please find my email address in the description box below. Okay, so the zodiac signs I channeled for this pile, if you didn't see the intro, were Taurus, Sagittarius, Aries, Leo, Capricorn. That can be your sign, their sign. It doesn't have to resonate with everybody, but can just be extra confirmation. So spirit guides of pile number 1. Spirit guides of pile number 1. What thoughts do they have about pile number 1 late at night for the person on their mind? What thoughts does the person on their mind have about pile 1 late at night? We have the 6 of Swords reversed. We have the Page of Wands. We have the 8 of Swords. So I feel something immediately from this person's energy. I feel like this is a type of person that may run from their own emotions and be scared to feel the intensity of their own emotions. Maybe intensity is not the right word to use, but I'm getting that this person almost feels overwhelmed by their own emotions. And that's just what I feel from this person's energy clairsentiently, because whenever I feel this sensation like a nose itch during a reading, it means that someone's afraid to feel something. Because I have my own kind of language with my spirit guides through different sensations in the body through clairsentience, which is the ability to feel energies. Anyhow, the 6 of Swords is reversed here. I feel like this person is overwhelmed by a change they may need to make, either within your connection or within their personal life, but for most of you it has to do with the connection or something that will improve the connection that they know mentally will, but it's almost like they're afraid of making this change. They're scared of this change. Did you see that fly past? So flies can sometimes represent negativity and kind of like envy from other people outside of this connection. So maybe for some of you, this person almost feels mental overwhelm or mental stagnation with the 8 of Swords here as a result of other people's envy or negativity kind of being sent to this person and you. I know that sometimes when people envy a connection we have, sometimes that can end up affecting the connection energetically, where maybe you start to fight more, where maybe you just start to feel like a frustration with each other. For some of you, that could be happening, because I know that, well, from my experience reading cards, when people send evil eye to a relationship or they don't want that connection to last, it usually ends up affecting that connection energetically until we clear our energy. But sometimes when it's sent to a person individually, it can maybe affect their mental thoughts, like their thought patternings, the way they see themselves. It can maybe affect things in their life. So I pick up on like evil eye here, either towards the relationship or this person. Take what resonates, leave the rest. But this can be cleansed. I feel like there's some kind of mental stagnation here, or like this feeling of feeling stuck, or like I can't move anywhere, or I can't make change. Like I want to make change, but I don't know how to create this change. The Knight of Cups is showing up reversed now with the Six of Wands. This person feels as though, things are going so well in your connection with the Six of Wands. And this person sees a lot of potential within your connection with the star here. This person really trusts you. That is part of their thoughts about you late at night. The fact that they feel grateful that they can trust you, that, you'll always be there to support them, that you're always going to be there for them. This person knows they can rely on you, and this person knows they can trust you, and they have faith within the connection. So that is one of their thoughts late at night about like their wishes for the future and what they would want to happen in the future. However, sometimes with the Nine of Cups reverse here, the Nine of Cups can talk about wishes and like what we want to come true, right? But when it is reversed, it can sometimes talk about a person not knowing what we want, or sometimes we know what we want, but we don't exactly know how to get there. So I feel like this person is trying to find clarity on either what they want moving forward in the connection, what they would want to change, how they would want to change, how they would want to progress, how they would want to reach the potential of that connection. Or they're thinking of like their wants that they know they already want, but how to get there. They're a little bit confused on how to get there, and they need a little bit of clarity. So that's the energy I see with the Nine of Cups reverse. Either this person knows what they want and is kind of trying to plan in their head late at night how they can get there with you, or this person is trying to figure out what they want in the future with you. Although they see potential in your connection, they're still trying to figure out what they want in the future, what they would want to change moving forward. But these are good changes. These are good kind of things of like, what do I want? I do see that this person thinks a lot about you even throughout the day. This person almost feels like they can't get you off their mind, or, like even when they're busy at work or busy in general, it's like you're always there in the back of this person's mind. I see this person being distracted by a lot of things right now, especially their work, or their responsibilities financially right now. And I feel like that is taking a toll on this person, almost making this person feel just like overwhelmed, like I said before. So I do feel like this person is kind of trying to find peace at night when they're like in bed, just thinking about you, thinking about life. I feel like they're kind of just trying to find mental peace, if that makes sense, through all these thoughts going in their mind. I do also think this person worries a lot about the future with you, about what's going to happen next, about things that may change. I think this person worries about things changing in your connection that they wouldn't want. So what I'm channeling here from these 3-card combinations, Six of Swords reversed, Eight of Swords, Nine of Cups reversed, is just this intuitive feeling of like I'm afraid of something changing in our connection and it being a bad change. Not that this person would make that change, but this person is just afraid of things changing in a negative way for your connection. I see a lot of worries and overthinking about the connection, overthinking about like, is this going to work out the way I want it to? So a lot of worries about the future, but also hopes about the future. I guess just depending on the night, depending on how they feel. Sometimes they're worried late at night when they're thinking of you, and then sometimes they're really hopeful and thinking of the future and kind of just daydreaming about what could be with you right? So a lot of thoughts centered around the future of your connection and what they want and how they're going to get there moving forward, how they're going to get to that potential with you. The Nine of Pentacles is reversed at the back of the deck. This person feels like they don't necessarily have their own independence right now. They feel like they're not really where they want to be financially yet. And this person wants to have their own independence, stability, and just financial comfortability, right, with the Nine of Pentacles, but they don't have that yet. And that might be a concern of theirs as well. I know if I'm channeling, for example, like a man's energy, I know sometimes a lot of men worry that whoever they're with, are they going to still stay with them if they don't have money? You know, it's that type of feeling of like a worry or a fear around that. Um, but if this is a woman I'm channeling, then this could be like her wanting her own independence outside of, relying on a man. But also wanting to focus on our relationship and balance the two. So, just take how it resonates for you. But I mostly feel masculine energy in this pile, where this man is afraid of losing you for about like not having money, right? So that's something I see. I see that this person feels a lot of passion for you with the Page of Wands here. This person feels very excited whenever they get to see you, whenever they're in your presence. They just get very giddy and happy. There's not much else I can do to explain that, but I almost feel like this person feels overwhelmed by what they feel for you, because there's something about like I'm so excited every time I see you, or every time I think of you, or your name is mentioned. I get so excited and happy like a child again. And that kind of scares this person, because that means that they're falling for you. That means that they actually feel something towards you. And like I said, this person may run from their own emotions and feel an uncomfortability around their own emotions, not just with love and relationships, but just in general. They're afraid of feeling their own feelings. It kind of just makes them feel stuck, because not because they don't want this connection, don't get me wrong, they do want this connection, but feeling so much towards you scares them, because that means you have the ability to change their emotions, or change how they feel about their day, or how they feel about life in general. And it almost feels like this feeling of losing control or losing power. I'm not saying this person is losing power, but this is how this person feels late at night when they're thinking about this. Like, oh my gosh, I get so happy every time I see pile number one that they have the ability to maybe make me feel depressed or sad if I'm not around them. And it just affects them in a way where they don't necessarily know how to deal with those feelings, and they perceive it as losing power over their own emotions, because you're kind of like not dictating how their emotions go on purpose, but I hope you get what I mean. I hope you get what I mean. It's kind of like, because you make me so happy, now you're affecting my emotions and I can't control it. So this person feels like out of control, and almost feels the need to control things, or control the future, or control what's going to happen next. And when this person loses that sense of control, it makes this person very scared. So that's the energy I'm picking up on in their late night thoughts and feelings about you. Let's pull some more cards. So I think I'm hearing a song. I think it's by Gwen Stefani, but I'm not sure. I could be wrong. It's something like hate that you make me love you, or something like that. Something along those lines. I don't remember the song name exactly, and I don't think I listened to it much, but I think I've listened to it once, and that melody is kind of like playing in my mind. So we have the Knight of Cups reversed, the Page of Swords, we have the Queen of Swords, and we have the Ten of Swords. Okay, so what I do sense as well with this person is they feel very supported by you, and they think about that late at night, like the fact that whenever they're having a bad day or something happens to them, you're always there for them. emotionally. Like you're always holding space for them and comforting them. Like let's say they go through a difficult life scenario, you're always there comforting them or giving them advice, with the Queen of Swords, giving them words of wisdom, telling them that it's going to be okay. And it's almost like this person views you as very mature, even more mature than them mentally and emotionally. Um, and I think this person is afraid of not being good enough for you. And that sort of surrounds their thoughts late at night. Like, what do you see in me? Why do you. It almost looks like this person thinks, like, why do you love me? Like, what is so great about me? Um, I feel this person having certain insecurities or a low self worth and maybe not necessarily believing that they're worthy of love. And I don't think this person necessarily consciously thinks I'm not worthy of love, but maybe there's a subconscious belief there that fuels these thoughts around, am I even good enough for pile number one? Will pile number one love me unconditionally for me? And I think they're kind of questioning that in their mind late at night. But the more you stay, even when they feel like you're going to leave, the more they start to trust you and start to see that, okay, maybe this person does really love me. Maybe this person does really care for me the way they say they do. Um, and I think that's mainly the vibe I'm getting here from their thoughts late at night about you. It's kind of like some nights overthinking, like, what do they see in me? Why do they like me? Are they going to leave me for someone better? Like thoughts surrounding insecurities like that. And then other nights they're like, oh, this person stayed even when I thought they were going to leave. Like, they must really care about me. They must really love me. I feel like this person has kind of not necessarily closed off their heart with the Knight of Cups reverse, but I feel like it almost feels like this person is more comfortable with their own thoughts than feelings. And it almost feels like this person doesn't quite yet understand their own feelings. It's almost like the feelings they feel for you are coming on so fast that this person feels overwhelmed by them and doesn't know how to deal with them or mentally process them. They've never felt anything like this before for anyone, and that kind of scares them. And I feel here with the Knight of Cups reverse, this person maybe has a little bit of a guard up or holds back a little bit from fully showing how they feel towards you or fully expressing how they feel towards you with the Page of Swords. So a lot of the times this person is thinking about you late at night and thinking about the feelings they have for you that they want to share with you, but maybe struggle to express or struggle to understand themselves. And so I feel like this person's thinking a lot about that and thinking about how can I maybe, express how I feel to this person. But it's almost like this person can't find the words for what they're feeling or can't fully understand what they're feeling themselves. It's very new to them with the pages here. This connection, this feeling you give them is very new to them. And it's a huge change and, it makes them uncomfortable. And that's basically the overall energy I see. This person's thinking a lot about opportunities to grow within this connection. I feel like for some of you, you had a situation with this person where you called them out on something, on some kind of behavior of theirs that was maybe a little bit immature or maybe something you weren't happy with. Or if you didn't call this person out, maybe you said, I'm not happy with this, I'd like change here. You requested some kind of change in behavior from them or something like that, or like a healthier behavior from them, because I'm tasting cucumbers as I talk about this. So maybe you wanted like a healthier behavior from them. And I feel like this person is kind of thinking about that late at night, like, you were right, like whatever you said, you were right. My ego kind of got hurt in the moment. They're thinking that late at night, like my ego kind of got hurt in the moment when you said that, but I realize you're right. Like, I do need to show up in a healthier way, or, express something in a healthier way, or do something in a healthier way. And I do maybe need to make a change, but I don't exactly know how to. I don't exactly know where to start. And that kind of, again, creates the sense of overwhelm. I keep seeing overwhelm, worry, anxiety, feeling stuck and feeling like I don't know where to start. Like I know where I want to be, but I don't know where to start. And I don't feel like I exactly know how to change that behavior or whatever it is. So I see them thinking about that late at night, maybe planning how can I create this change or how can I do this? Because I think this person wants to make you happy and wants to fulfill all your requests of what you want. But I think another side of them almost gets defensive and thinks, why are you trying to change me? But I don't think you're trying to change this person. I think relationships require healthy compromise, and sometimes, it's not even about trying to change a person, but let's say I have a fight with a friend and she's speaking to me in a very disrespectful way, and I ask her to change that. I'm not trying to change her. I'm just asking to be respected in that moment. You know what I mean? And that's a valid request. So, that's what I want to say. I feel like this person, maybe one side of them is taking it a little bit defensively or feeling criticized in the moment. But I think that all relationships require um, some kind of self reflection, right? Even I could do something in my own relationships where I'm unknowingly doing something to hurt a person. And if they come up to me and bring it up to me, I need to respect that person to make that change or to compromise somewhere, right? So I feel like crying now for some reason. So maybe this is bringing up tears for them, or maybe they're kind of getting emotional late at night thinking about you. I think this person fears losing you and doesn't want to lose you. And I just feel like crying and I feel this heavy energy. So I feel like this person is just feeling very sad at the moment. I'm recording this and tapping into the energy currently. I feel like they're very sad at the moment and they're not really doing the best mentally and emotionally right now, but I feel like it will get better and there is hope. I feel like this person just needs to hold on to that hope. And I feel like they're also looking for opportunities in regards to their career, looking to, make certain decisions that will bring a change or bring more abundance into their career. And they think that in a way it will help your connection in some way, or it will just help them feel more independent. And, if they are more abundant, maybe they get to spend more time with you. You know what I mean? So that's kind of the energy I see. 6 of Cups reversed. This person is also thinking about a reoccurring issue that you may have, or some kind of thing in the past in your connection that keeps coming back to the surface. And this person is trying to make a decision to almost like deal with this situation, with this recurring issue, or with this thing that kind of keeps resurfacing from the past in your connection. This person feels confused on why this thing keeps resurfacing or being brought up or being, whatever. But I kind of feel like this person is trying to find clarity on this and trying to understand why it keeps coming up. And they're thinking very deeply about that. What else? We have the 2 of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles, the 7 of Wands, and the 7 of Swords. So I feel like there's something about like I have to make a choice now. I have to plan what I'm going to do next. I can't just let this issue come up again and again and again and not do anything about that, because then it's like I'm almost just staying stuck in one place, right? And I'm not making any movement, or and I feel like with the Knight of Pentacles here, I feel like this person wants to be more consistent with you. Maybe this has to do with them, I don't know. But the 7 of Wands here is sometimes about defensiveness. So maybe this is what we were speaking about before. Like maybe you have an issue with them that keeps being brought up because maybe you want them to change something about their behavior. Um, and once that change happens, you will no longer, bring this up. So someone kept trying to phone me now. So maybe this person thinks of phoning you late at night or sending you a message late at night while they think about this. I think this person's thinking about maybe their own bad behavior or what they've done wrong that they maybe regret late at night. And I feel like this person is trying to figure out why they do this. They're trying to not be defensive about it and look within and be consistent with you with the changes they're making, because maybe for some of you, they make change and then they're a little bit inconsistent. And I feel like maybe that's a complaint you've had, like you want more consistency from this person, which is valid to ask for. And I feel like here with this specific Seven of Swords card, I love the Seven of Swords card because it depicts this woman kind of like having this dark energy leave her. So I feel like even with her connecting to her heart space with her hands over her heart, I feel like this person's trying to be less defensive and trying to take your request seriously because they want to make you happy and they want to treat you the way you deserve. And they want you to be happy within this connection, right? So it's kind of like this person's trying to figure out, how can I change? How can I let go of this side of myself or change my behavior in some way consistently? And I feel like that's the theme I see here. Like this person doesn't want the same issue coming up again and again and again. This person also feels like they have so much history with you. They feel like, you two, if you two haven't been together a long time and you don't have a lot of history, they feel like you will. They feel like there is a possibility of you staying together for a long time, where this person almost sees you as like unforgettable to them. Even if they had to try to move on, they wouldn't be able to move on from you. This person knows that if they don't make this change, that it will create some kind of dent in your connection, and they don't want that to happen. They don't want anything bad to happen in your connection, or for anything, like for any kind of breakup or anything like that. They don't want that. And so I feel like this person wants to create this change now and is taking this request seriously, and they're trying to almost like empower themselves with this. So I don't know what that means, but I'm hearing like empower themselves with this. So let's get your last closing of messages. What else is important for pile 1 to know about this person's thoughts late at night about them? So tears keep flowing out of my one eye but not the other eye, and I feel like that's very telling about what I said about this person being uncomfortable with their own emotions. That even as I'm reading their energy, because I have clairsentience and can feel into other people's emotions, sometimes tears will come out to allow me to also, well, I'm kind of like a healer. I can process people's emotions for them when I do readings for the person. If I feel they have unprocessed emotions, sometimes I'll cry for them to help them process it. But since it's only coming out of one eye, I feel like that's very telling that this person doesn't feel all their emotions fully. They don't fully tap into the intensity of their feelings. They kind of only show half of their emotions to you, or they only like express half of their emotions to you, or they only feel half of their feelings and they run from the rest. Okay, so then we have the Sun, the Ace of Cups, and the Four of Cups. This person is afraid of you leaving. I kept saying that. We have the Five of Pentacles. I feel like they're afraid of being abandoned or rejected, especially like afraid of you leaving them for someone else, someone more successful, someone better than them. That's like a huge insecurity of theirs, and they're wondering if you're happy or if you're unsatisfied in this connection with the Sun and the Four of Cups. This is kind of like a thought going through their mind, like, is pile number 1 happy, or are they unsatisfied in this connection? And that's kind of like a fear of theirs, like you being unsatisfied and not saying anything, and you kind of just staying with them but wanting to leave. I'm not saying you do feel that way, but that's a fear of theirs with the Death card reverse. And with the Ace of Cups, this person just cares for you so much and loves you so much that they want to make you happy with the Sun, but they don't exactly know how. They don't exactly know if you are happy. But I think the first step involves making this change within themselves and taking your request seriously within this connection so that they can make you happy, because this person sees so much potential with you. Like I said, this person feels so happy around you and they don't want that to change in a bad way. Like I said before, this person wants to stay by you, stay by your side, and they're hoping you want to stay too. They're hoping that you're happy too. So this is where I'm going to end off your reading. I really hope this reading resonated with you. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Hi there, my pile number twos. If you chose this Chrysocolla crystal and the Rider-Waite tarot, then this is your reading. We're going to be taking a look at their thoughts of you late at night for any person on your mind. So please be aware that this is a general reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. Keep your person in mind while I shuffle the cards. And if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, then you can find my email address in the description box below. So if you didn't watch the intro, the zodiac signs I channeled for this reading are Libra, Virgo, Leo, Gemini, and Aquarius. So that could be your sign, their sign. If not, that's okay, but it could just be extra confirmation for some of you. So, spirit guides of pile number 2. Spirit guides of pile number 2. May I please tap into the energies of the person on their mind in pile number 2 and find out what are their late night thoughts about pile number 2. What are their late night thoughts about pile number 2? So I kept channeling like romance songs. One that came up for me strongly was the song by the Marias that goes like, all I really want is you. And it keeps playing in my mind, but I'm hearing like other romance songs in my mind too. So this person may listen to like romance songs before they go to sleep and kind of think of you late at night if, well, for most of you, you're asking about a romantic connection, but if not, you can just discard that message. We have the Page of Cups. We have the World. And I kept feeling like this romantic, lovey-dovey energy from this person. And with the Lover showing up reverse, I feel like this person may not show the side to you fully. They might almost like keep this loving, romantic side of them secret in a way, or like not show it to you fully in a way, but then they do feel it and they do think that way late at night, like in a very daydreamy type of like energy, if that makes sense, like a very romanticized type of energy. I see them thinking about you in that way late at night, but I don't see them necessarily telling you that. With a Page of Swords at the back of the deck so far, it's like this person doesn't fully express that. So what are this person's thoughts about pile number 2 late at night? And I see this person like not wanting anybody but you, just like wanting you, but maybe not saying that. We have the Ten of Cups reverse. I think this person didn't expect to fall in love with you the way that they did. They fell very hard and fast for you. And I feel like this person just doesn't always know what to say. Okay, we have Judgment reversed, and we have the King of Pentacles. The back of the deck is the High Priestess. Very interesting. So with the High Priestess at the back of the deck, I feel like you sense when this person thinks about you. You sense when this person is like romanticizing you in their mind. You sense the feelings they have for you that they won't admit. It almost feels like I feel these feelings, but I won't admit it or, you know, say it to you. And you know, you're not crazy, pile number 2, if you sense this energy and you're like, oh, is this just me wanting this? Is this just me kind of like being delusional? No, I don't feel like it is. The High Priestess talks about, you know, being able to tap into our intuition. And I feel like you sense this about this person, but they're just not admitting it. There's a stubbornness coming from them where it almost feels like they don't want to admit the feelings they have for you. And I don't know why, but let me get deeper into the energy. This person is very mysterious when I read their energy. It's almost like they keep their feelings to themselves. It's kind of similar to pile number one, but very different in a way. Um, Very, very different. I think the only similarity is like the struggle to kind of express feelings. But this is different. This is like, I don't want to admit that I feel this way. But yeah, very, very mysterious. Like, they keep their feelings to themselves, they keep their thoughts to themselves. It's very hard for you to read this person, although you're very intuitive. Sometimes you feel like you can't fully understand what they're thinking or what is going through their mind. Like, sometimes you don't even know where you stand with this person. Sometimes you feel confused on if this person even likes you or not. They do like you, but they just keep things so private and so mysterious to themselves that it's kind of hard. I feel like this person wants to take it slow with you. Maybe that's why they're not fully admitting how they feel, because I feel like they want to take it slow. And I feel like they kind of want to go with the flow and see where things go. I keep feeling like this dreamy, romantic energy from them, and this energy of like, I'm romanticizing the connection, and I'm almost having fantasies in my mind of what could happen next between the two of us. So I see like fantasies that play through this person's mind as they lay in bed thinking about you late at night. There's this feeling of like them daydreaming or having fantasies about you, and these fantasies don't seem like predominantly sexual in nature, but there could be some. But it feels more romantic in nature, like, and daydreamy, if that makes sense. And that's the energy I feel predominantly in your reading. I think this person also feels a little bit embarrassed that they feel these feelings for you. Not that this person's embarrassed of you, don't get me wrong, pal, too. That's not what I mean, but I mean it in a sense of like, I feel like this person almost sees themselves as cringe for feeling this way. There's this feeling of like, I feel something for you, but now I'm viewing myself as cringe for daydreaming and romanticizing. I feel like that's not what this person usually does when it comes to romance. And it's almost like this person internally cringes at themselves when they see their own romantic side. It's like they become uncomfortable with it, but they enjoy it at the same time. Where it's like their dirty little secret, where it almost feels like they would cringe at themselves if they had to tell you these feelings they have for you, because it's almost like they're viewing themselves as cheesy in the moment. So I see them sometimes like fantasizing and daydreaming and then almost like cringing at themselves and thinking like, would you cringe at me or think I'm cheesy if I had to express these things? I think this person is like thinking too deeply about this. Like, this person must just get over themselves, because I can assure you, like, well, I can assure this person, like, you're probably not gonna think they're cringe. Okay, we have the Knight of Pentacles reversed. We have the Eight of Swords reversed. We have the Knight of Cups. I kind of want to use a little bit of clairvoyance, because I'll be honest, I'm struggling to read this person's energy. It's like they're very private, that it's hard for me to read their energy, because usually when people are like this, when they share so little about themselves and they're so private and so mysterious, that energy reflects in the cards, where even a reader finds it harder to pick up on their energy because they just keep things so much to themselves. So let me tap in clairvoyantly. I see this person thinking late at night, I was looking for a person like you all along. And I got so frustrated at myself for not being able to find you. But now that I finally found you, it's almost like I gave up on looking, but then I finally found you. So I see this person thinking about that late at night. And there's this feeling of like, finally I can breathe, a feeling of relief. Like, finally you're here by my side. I finally found you. I've been looking everywhere for you and I finally found you. That's the feeling I'm getting here. Looking for a person like you specifically. I'd say you're their ideal type, and you're also their ideal partner when it comes to your personality traits. This person often thinks like you almost like what they've prayed for or what they've wished for or what they've manifested. When we write a list of like our ideal partner or the qualities we want in a partner, this person finds it so unbelievable that you have all those qualities. They find it so unbelievable that you're real, like that their dream partner is actually real. Because it's almost like this person thought, okay, this is the type of partner I want with these kind of qualities, but they never actually thought they would have that person. Now, as I'm speaking, I see this movie clairvoyantly in my mind's eye, called Practical Magic. And basically, the storyline is about these two witches, and they grow up in this town, and everybody kind of like hates them because they're witches. And basically, what happened was the one sister gave up magic because of this. She stopped doing magic, but she did like some kind of spell or manifestation ritual when she was young, where she almost like didn't believe it was going to happen, and she made it almost so impossible that it wouldn't happen to prove that it wouldn't work. And she wrote this list about like all the qualities she would like in a man. And she wrote like one blue eye, one green eye to make it even more impossible, and things that would be like so impossible to manifest. And then later on in her life, after her first husband dies, she actually finds him, and it's like in a very weird circumstance way. I'm not going to get further into the movie. You can watch it if you want, but there is that kind of theme here of like, I manifested you, or I kind of wished for a partner with these qualities and traits, and I didn't actually expect it to come true, but then it did come true. So maybe for some of you, you kind of manifested each other either consciously or unconsciously, or wished for a partner like each other consciously or unconsciously. And this person almost felt with the Eight of Swords here, like I was so stuck, like I didn't know if I was actually going to have love or not. I didn't even know if I was going to meet somebody ideal for me. And it's almost like this person kept meeting people that were wrong for them. Because what I'm seeing clairvoyantly is, when someone goes like on a show, like for example, what is that show called again? Where they like sing on stage and there's judges. Those ones that are like, so you think you can dance, and then the judge goes like, you're out, like, I don't want you. So I'm seeing that in my mind's eye towards other people. Like, this person always felt like they were not the right match, and they kept meeting people after people after people while looking for you that wasn't the right match, that was like such a wrong match that didn't fit them right. And it's like this person felt so stuck looking for that perfect person. And then they stopped looking, and then they found you. And it's almost like now I'm no longer stuck in that period of looking for someone, or, chasing after a love that didn't even seem possible. So that's very interesting. I didn't expect a message like that. I feel like this person has such a romantic side that they're so afraid to show. The Four of Wands, this person does want to get married, whether they've actually like told you that or not. That's like an ideal for them one day. Depending on how serious you are, maybe for some of you, you are very serious with this person, where you've dated this person for a few years now and you've spoken about marriage, and that could resonate with you, that maybe this person wants to get married to you, thinks about the future and what it would be like to be married with you, and sees that potential there. Whereas maybe for some of you, this isn't that serious yet, where you've only just started seeing this person, and maybe this person has this as an end game goal, where it's like, I would like to get married one day, but I'm not yet sure if it's like that with you yet. We still need to get to know each other. So just take it as resonates. But I do see this person wants to get married one day and is thinking about like the ideal relationship they would want, and the kind of marriage they would want, and what that would look like for them. So I feel like they're kind of daydreaming late at night about the kind of marriage they would want, and it's like they're thinking about the potential here and their wishes and their dreams when it comes to marriage, or that end game goal of what they would want their connection to look like. Okay. Okay, I do also see some sexual fantasies, going back to the fantasies we spoke about, because, I'm kind of looking at these cards and I know the card meanings, but I don't just read the card meanings, I read the energy behind it and what I intuitively feel from that person's energy. And I was kind of just struggling to just read the cards like that. But I'm mostly using clairvoyance for your reading, and I'm seeing like handcuffs, and I kind of like relate my clairvoyance back to the cards when I open my eyes up again, just for context. Anyways, I'm seeing handcuffs in my mind's eye. So I feel like this person has like naughty fantasies they kind of think about with you, like what they would like to do to you sexually and things like that late at night. And, maybe they even touch themselves to you, or like kind of fantasize about you and get a little bit turned on by you late at night. So yeah, that's something I do see. I do also see that this person has, going back to these feelings they have for you that they don't express. Um, I see like this being kept secret by them. It's almost like they keep it secret. Whereas for some of you, maybe you aren't even dating this person, and this is like someone you sense likes you, and maybe they have a secret crush on you. Maybe for some of you, it's like that. But I sense like they're keeping these feelings to themselves, they're keeping it secret. And the reason I say secret is because I heard the Pretty Little Liars intro song that is like, got a secret, can you keep it? And I saw a vision of like, someone taking a piece of paper and hiding it. So I feel like that's their feelings and what we spoke about before. Let's get some more cards. Clarify the Knight of Pentacles reversed. Two of Swords. So this person kind of feels a little bit inconsistent about the decision they're going to make, because one part of them wants to tell you how they feel, but another part of them is scared to tell you how they feel. And I also feel like in terms of the sexual feelings or thoughts they have about you, they kind of keep it to themselves a little bit as well. They try to not like come on too strong or show you too much of that. Even if you've been dating this person for a long time, this person kind of holds back in terms of like sexually, like it almost feels like they don't exactly show how much they actually feel towards you romantically and sexually. They sort of hold back on that and don't show you it fully because they're scared of showing it to you fully. It almost feels like this person's going back and forth. Some nights they think, oh, I should really tell this person how I feel. And then other nights they're like, no, I can't tell them. So I don't know why they feel this way. And, if you've been in a serious relationship, then maybe it's like this person's just afraid to express their emotions, or afraid to look cringe, or, be super romantic and lovey-dovey, even though they have this side to them. Whereas maybe for others of you, if you haven't even dated this person and you just sense they have a crush on you, it's like maybe they're afraid of rejection, or maybe they're afraid you won't like them back. Whatever it is, I just see they're afraid of telling you how they feel. They're afraid of making a decision to maybe even put labels on the connection. Like maybe some of you are in a situationship and this person knows they like you with the Lovers reverse, but they're afraid to make this official. It just kind of feels like they're holding themselves back when it comes to their own feelings because of fears and not knowing what's going to happen next, and overthinking. And that kind of creates these inconsistencies where one day at late at night they're kind of thinking, I want to do this, then the next day they don't. So that's why the Knight of Pentacles is here representing these inconsistencies in their mind. They kind of lie to themselves about how much they like you. It's like, when you really like somebody and you're like, no, I don't really care. No, I don't really like them that much. This person is lying to themselves. It's actually kind of cute, but funny at the same time. Let's get some more cards. What else is this person thinking about pile 2 late at night? We have the Nine of Wands reverse, which can represent walking on eggshells. So I feel like this person's walking on eggshells, afraid to tell you how they feel, afraid of your reaction to it, or afraid to look embarrassing, or it's kind of like they're just afraid, right? We have the Devil. We have the Death card. It also seems that this person has been in toxic relationships before, and they're kind of walking on eggshells because they know that if they tell you how they feel, and they know that if they make this official with you, or if they take things to the next level with you, or make some kind of decision to actually like tell you how they feel or put it out there towards you, then it will make this real. And I think they're afraid of getting into another toxic relationship, or just being so attached to somebody that, you know, it ends up being toxic later on, or it ends up ending and, you know, they end up getting hurt. I feel like, okay, if you're in a serious relationship with this person, then maybe this person wants to take it to the next level, but they're afraid of getting hurt. You know, there's that kind of theme coming through here where a part of them wants to make this decision to take it to the next level because they know they like you. They know that they feel like you're their ideal type, their perfect you know, person, if that makes sense. Like, you tick all the boxes for them in terms of what they're looking for in love, but I think they're afraid of things ending or turning toxic, or you breaking their heart, that they're just so afraid to make the first move. Okay, tell me more, Spirit. What else is this person thinking late at night about pile number 2? We have the Seven of Swords. I think this person is afraid to trust. For some of you, they may have been cheated on, or lied to, or betrayed in the past, in previous connections, or had people around them that were dishonest, disloyal, or just toxic or controlling in general. We have the number 777 showing up here, and the Seven of Wands can represent like having a guard up, or not fully trusting easily. But 777 indicates good luck. That's a number of good luck. So I feel like there is good luck here when it comes to your connection. And I feel like this person's learning to trust again, and is kind of a little bit cautious coming into this connection because they don't know if they can fully trust. It almost looks like this person thinks you're too good to be true, and wonders, you know, is this too good to be true, or is this like something great I might be missing out on if I don't actually try, you know? So this person is afraid of like trusting, and afraid of letting somebody into their heart. But some part of them just wants to go for it with the Knight of Swords as well. We have the Hierophant. I mean, you never know until you try. The Six of Pentacles. I feel like this person wants to give you a chance, right? But with the Magician reverse, maybe they've been manipulated before, or, you know, I feel like this person has been in toxic situations where they've either been manipulated, lied to, cheated on, something like that really bad, where it's almost like this person's so afraid to trust, so afraid to give their heart to somebody that, you know, one part of them is excited about it, but then they stop themselves from feeling excited because they're afraid of what might happen. They're afraid of trusting a person. They're afraid of being vulnerable and giving their all to a person just to get hurt, or manipulated, or betrayed. So I think this person wants to take it slow with you, but another part of them almost just wants to give you a chance and just see where things go. And, you know, they feel so excited about this, but then another part of them is like, don't get excited, you might jinx it. So this person just kind of goes through this back and forth where it's like one part of them wants to trust you, another part of them is like afraid. And I think this is a huge lesson for them. I think you're going to teach them that there are people that we can trust. You're going to teach them that, you know, sometimes there's people with no ulterior motives. Well, I hope you have no ulterior motives, but I don't feel bad energies from you, pile 2. I actually feel really good energies from you, so I don't think that would be true. But I feel like maybe you're going to help this person trust again, or something like that. And yeah, this is where I'm going to leave your reading. So these are their late night thoughts about you. I really hope this reading resonated with you. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Hi there, my pile number threes. If you chose this lemon chrysoprase crystal and the light Seers tarot, then this is your reading. We're going to be taking a look at their thoughts of you late at night for the person on your mind. So please be aware that this is a general reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. Keep your person in mind while I shuffle your cards. And if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, then please find my email address in the description box below. So if you didn't see the intro, the zodiac signs I channeled for this pile were Scorpio, Capricorn, Pisces, Cancer. So that could be your sign, their sign. Take it as it resonates if it resonates. But it doesn't have to resonate with everybody. It just could be extra confirmation that this is your pile. So spirit guides of pile number 3, spirit guides of pile number 3, can I please tap into the energies of the person on their mind? What are their late night thoughts about pile 3 for the person on their mind? What are the late night thoughts about pile 3? We have the Hermit reverse showing up first. We have the Page of Pentacles reversed showing up next. We have the Knight of Wands reversed. We have the Four of Cups. We have the Eight of Wands. And we have the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, at the back of the deck, we do have the Six of Wands. So this person has a tendency to self-isolate, to isolate themselves from others whenever they're going through something or whenever they have a lot of stresses or worries on their mind. They just tend to almost deal with it alone and not go to anybody for support or help. And I sense that sometimes late at night, this person is thinking about their own issues or problems that cause them to maybe self-isolate. And sometimes this person maybe thinks of reaching out to you and telling you about these things, but I feel like this person, what I'm feeling from their energy is they're afraid to tell other people about what they're going through because there's a fear here of being taken advantage of, or telling someone like a secret and them judging the person, or not keeping that secret, if that makes sense. So maybe this has happened to this person before, where this person has gone to somebody in confidence and that person just told their secret to everybody or judged them when they expected support from the person. So this person has learned to deal with things on their own. It's not the most healthy thing, because sometimes we need that support. Sometimes we need other people to help us. And that's okay. It's okay to ask for help. But I feel like this person isn't. And I feel like you want to be there for them. You would want to support them. You would want to know if they're going through something. But it's almost like they don't give you that opportunity to even prove yourself or to even give them that support. Okay, so that's what I feel from their energy so far. They're thinking a lot about these worries or fears or stresses in their mind late at night, about their problems, about what's made them sad. And they're kind of just going through those motions alone, not really letting you in. Now, the Page of Pentacles reverse and Knight of Wands reverse tells me that this person has sort of internalized the behaviors of others and almost learned from that in a way, but it's not helpful anymore. It's not empowering for them anymore to sort of deal with things all by themselves. I feel like this person kind of pushes people away. In the sense of not letting other people be there and support them. And, I think this person kind of took those situations they went through as a sign that they shouldn't tell anybody about these things that are personal to them. But it's also almost not helpful anymore. maybe that helped them protect themselves for a while against people that maybe didn't have the best intentions towards them, but now this person is almost pushing away people that do want to support them, and it's just not helpful anymore. It's like a coping mechanism we've learned that has almost become unhelpful now. And that's kind of the energy I'm picking up on now. So why is this coming up for pile number 3 in terms of this person's late night thoughts? I sense that this person is going through a healing period right now of self-reflection and transformation, personal transformation. And at the end of this, there's going to be a huge celebration and healing and transformation that takes place. But I feel like while this transformation is taking place, this person may start cutting people out of their life that are not good for them. And I feel like this person may start almost self-isolating during this process, because it almost feels like they have to go through this alone, or like they can't let anybody in. But I feel like the reason why this is coming up is because maybe this person thinks of talking about this to you late at night, but then they stop themselves from doing that. They stop themselves from telling you what they're going through currently emotionally. And I feel like the reason why this is coming up for you is so that you can be aware of it, so that you can be aware that maybe this person needs extra emotional support right now, and offer it to them even though they're not asking for it. Because with this Four of Cups card, although this person is not being hasty about like coming to you and asking you with the Knight of Wands, they're not like being courageous in some way. We see this woman kind of looking away and being disappointed about these 3 cups, right? But here a cup is being offered to her and she doesn't realize it. So I feel like the message here is for you to offer support to this person. They won't expect it. They'll almost be like, how did you know? How did you know I was going through this? But they will appreciate it dearly, and it's almost like unexpected for them. So I feel like that's maybe advice for you, to offer that emotional support to this person. You know, like let's say you see them looking sad and you're like, hey, are you okay? You know, I can see you're looking a little bit sad lately. Like, do you want to talk about anything? You know, I'm always here for you. You know that. I'm your friend. I'm your lover, whatever it is. Like, I'm always here for you. You can talk to me, and say that to them. And I feel like that will maybe change the situation where they can see that, okay, someone does care, someone does want to support me. And I feel like this person tells themselves, has like this internal belief that nobody cares about their emotions or feelings. Nobody cares like how they feel. Like I almost feel like this person doesn't like when people ask how are you, but doesn't really want to know how the person is. I always feel like this person feels like people don't care about their feelings or emotions. Like if this person had to go tell somebody about what they're going through, that person would roll their eyes. So because this person has those beliefs, they kind of just keep everything to themselves of what they're going through. And I think they're thinking about opening up late at night or talking to you about it, but then they stop themselves from doing so. Although this is a pattern that helps them self-regulate on their own, I don't think it makes them fully happy anymore. I don't think it makes them fully satisfied anymore. And I don't think it empowers them anymore. So a change is needed. I feel like this person needs to let people in. Yes, that time and period of discernment and cutting people out that weren't right for this person was necessary, but at this phase of the journey we need to go in the opposite direction, where we're letting people in. And I think this person's struggling with this change, or struggling with moving forward with something that they've been through. And I feel like they need that extra support right now. They need to make a change here in how they approach these situations and not think that they're a burden to others. Because that kind of runs through their mind. Like, you know, if I had to tell pile number 3 what I'm going through, would I be a burden to them? Would they would they listen to me? That kind of energy is coming through. Okay, tell me more, Spirit. What is this person thinking late at night about pile number 3? So we have the 9 of Cups showing up next. We have the 9 of Swords. We have the Ace of Swords reversed. And we have the Star. I see this person crying late at night, mourning, or just like processing certain emotions, healing with the Star. This is confirmation because I felt the healing energy take place within their energy field before I even pulled the cards, and I didn't know what it was about. But I felt the energy of healing when I was in this person's energy field. So the Star here is confirmation for that. I feel like this person is struggling a lot with stress right now and worries about the future with you and worries about like, do you even like them? Because I feel like this person kind of has worries of like, do you even like me? Stuff like that runs through their mind late at night. Because this person wants you so badly that they're afraid that you don't want them the same way. They're afraid that what if you don't want the same thing as them? So I see them kind of having confusion about that with the Ace of Swords reverse. But with the Ace of Swords reverse, this also represents this person not talking about it or expressing this fear to you. And if they do, I don't feel like they fully go into detail with it or fully open up about it, because I feel like more healing can take place here if this person opens up about these fears or insecurities or doubts that are going in their mind that cause confusion for them late at night when they're thinking of you. We have the 6 of Wands. This person feels like you two have the potential to create a successful connection. Like this person feels like you two could make things work. But I almost feel like this person pulls away when they feel unwanted or when they feel undesired or when they feel like their emotions are stronger than the other person's emotions. I feel like this person has been in connections before, not just romantically, but with people in general, where they always felt like they cared more than other people did. And I think this person has felt ashamed about that. Like, why can I never find somebody that likes me as much as I like them? And I think this person's afraid of that happening again, of like being in a connection where they like the person more than that person likes them, where they want something with that person, but that person doesn't want them. And this person doesn't know if you want them back. And even if you've told them, maybe they don't fully believe it, if that makes sense. Not because they don't trust you, but more so because they're afraid that you don't want them. Does that make sense? So it's kind of like they're afraid of it, so they don't believe it, if that makes sense. Yeah, again, this person is just feeling very confused about how you feel, and I think they ruminate a lot on how you feel late at night while they're sleeping. Like, is this actually going to work out? Are we actually going to be together? Should I let pile 3 in? Are we actually going to have a future together? I see a lot of like that overthinking, ruminating type of energy. Okay, so tell me more, Spirit. What is this person thinking late at night? We have the 5 of Pentacles and we have the King of Pentacles. Some of you were drawn to pile number 1, or some of you are coming from pile number 1 because there's some similarities in the messages here. Not all the messages are the same, but that's just confirmation for some of you. But I feel like the similarity we see here in pile 1 and 3 was in pile 3, I mentioned something about like a person being afraid of rejection, abandonment, and afraid of them leaving them for someone better, or leaving them for someone with more money. And I see that here again with the 5 of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, or like a feeling of like, I'm afraid that you don't like me as much. So that's kind of coming through. That didn't come through in pile 1, but I see it here. I feel like this person's afraid of you ghosting them or abandoning them or leaving them or rejecting them or just leaving them for someone better. And that's coming through. We have the Ace of Pentacles. So Spirit is telling me the reason why these fears and worries are coming up for them late at night is because these are things that they've been holding on to. A lot of these fears have happened to them in the past, and it's created a fear now. So what now looks like a fear was once something that was a reality for them in maybe previous situations. And now they're in a new situation and that they have that fear that it's going to happen again. Because they're holding on to those fears and those emotions of the past, it's not serving them well anymore. And this is part of what they need to cut out in order to evolve and ascend and heal. And fully step into this new beginning with you and take this opportunity they have with you. So I think in order for them to heal, they need to process these worries and find where it comes from. In order to heal them, they need to feel these worries. So I feel like that's why it's coming up for them late at night, because they're currently going through this transformation, like I said before. So I see a lot of that late at night. This theme of worries, sadness. I think this person is just going through a lot right now at the moment, currently emotionally. That's kind of all that's on their mind late at night. We have the Five of Wands. And this is more recent. Even if you watch this video at a later time, you know, my readings are timeless, but this is like recent energies, because I don't feel like they always think like this. Okay, Five of Wands, Nine of Pentacles, Ten of Cups reversed. I feel like they also think about maybe fights or disagreements they've had with you or with other people in general. But maybe with you, or with the Five of Wands here, if it's not fights they've had with you, it could be about this back and forth energy of like, do I let this person in? Do I shut them out? You know, do I act like I don't care, even though I do care so much because I don't want to seem like I care more? Or do I just show them that I care? There could be a back and forth or thinking about fights of the past. And if they're thinking about fights of the past, they could be ruminating on maybe things you guys both said to each other out of anger. And sometimes when we go through these fights or arguments with people we love, we can say things we don't mean. But sometimes those things said out of anger can be meant, but we feel bad for saying it. So I feel like there's something about this person ruminating on the things that were said and wondering if they were true, wondering if that's how you really feel, wondering if that's how they really feel. There's something about that coming through here. So take it as it resonates for you. I feel like this person has been taught to be independent all their life. They've been taught to be almost hyper independent, where it's like, I can't rely on anybody. I can't need anybody. I have to be okay on my own. But I feel like this is what this person's letting go of now, where they can have a healthy balance between this energy of independence, but also letting others in and also letting others help them. Because the truth is, as humans, we need people. We can't just not need anybody. And although we want to not need anybody, we want to be fully independent, which independence can be a great thing, but when it becomes hyper independence, it can become almost unhelpful to our life and our relationships, because we're so used to being alone that we can't let anybody in. So I feel like with the number 999, this is an angel number of release. So this person is releasing this pattern of hyper independence currently. And they're kind of going through this back and forth in their mind late at night of like, should I let them in or should I just focus on me? Okay, tell me more, Spirit. What else is this person thinking about pile number 3 late at night? Nine of Wands reversed. Five of Cups. and the Page of Wands, and the Page of Swords. I think this person analyzes a lot of the words that were said by you, not just in fights or arguments, but analyzes a lot of the things you say to them. So let's say you said to them, I really like you. And now they're kind of like analyzing that sentence, analyzing your tone, trying to figure out if you meant it. Like, I see that type of energy. Or, let's say it was in an argument where, maybe you said something you didn't mean. Maybe they're ruminating on that, analyzing that sentence and trying to figure out, did you really mean that or not? Because it hurt them. So I see that. I see them like thinking about their own hurt and pain outside the connection too, but also how this connection has maybe hurt them. I don't feel like this connection's all bad. I feel like you have your moments where maybe some days are really hard and some days are really good. And, a lot of relationships go through that. Not everything is not everything is like happy sunshine rainbows every single day. Sometimes we go through challenges in our relationships. Sometimes we go through conflicts, and I feel like that's pretty normal. But I feel like this person felt hurt by maybe some things that were said or done in those arguments. That they kind of feel like they're walking on eggshells. Like they don't know if you feel that anger towards them still. Maybe some of you recently had a fight with this person and they're kind of sad thinking about this fight. But for others of you, if you don't resonate with that, then this could be like them wondering like, are you mad at me even though you're not? Maybe this person has like this overthinking of like thinking people are mad at them when they're not, right? Or thinking that people are irritated with them when they're not. So this person kind of walks on eggshells around people, not wanting to make people mad or upset, kind of just avoiding conflict, if that makes sense. And I feel like a lot of that patterning or conditioning comes from childhood. Especially if they lived like in a very volatile family or lived with people that would ignore them when they were mad. I see something along those lines. So to end this reading off on a good note, I know it was a little bit saddening to probably hear some of these messages that this person's going through something, because I know you probably care about this person, but the good news is this person is healing, that this person, although they're ruminating and they're focusing a lot on their sad emotions right now and sad thoughts, I think it is helping them heal. I think this process is going to help them find clarity on what they actually feel or want or think right now. And I think that if you are there for them and if you do show that support, maybe this energy can change around where they realize people can be there for them, that someone does care, you know? So that's where I'm going to leave your reading. I do hope this reading resonated with you. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.